Alright, saving so I don't lose any progress at the beginning here. I say at the beginning, but it's like a cutie. That is. I had to defeat the gym first, I believe. Honestly, I don't remember if I had to beat the gym. I think I had to beat the gym first. Ooh, so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna catch it. I'm not gonna add it to the team. Because everybody's higher level already. Way higher level. Yeah, I'm gonna get catch it. He should be. So the hail did more damage than your razor leaf. I might use an ultra ball. Why not? I have plenty of them. 2, 3. Did we add Palkia? Oh, we can replace Garth with Palkia. What would we name Palkia? Palkia or the legendaries are gender neutral, or so like no gender. But I do want to name them after a character in Supernatural, because that's where all the other Pokemon teams are named from. Yeah. And I don't want to ruin that pattern. Is what it's Jack, Sammy, Adam, Charlie, Garth, and Dean. We could name it Bobby. I feel like Bobby could go either way for a name. And Bobby's like leader. Not leader, but like the one they go to for help when they need it. So you're telling me where your HP is. Okay, gotcha. That's right, I couldn't do anything against Team Galactic. Pokemon Galaxy was suffering. Get it together. Not worry about winning using that set, but I have to be strong. You know what I just thought of, and I don't know if I go through with this or not. Since this is in Sinnoh, and Arceus is set in Sinnoh, maybe if I do when I do another mono-type challenge, maybe do one of the Let's Go games, maybe Let's Go Eevee, and then do, I don't know. The only other thing I can think of is Leaf Green or Fire Red. But that would be legit, like, the same game essentially, going through twice. Thing is, now I forgot, like, where, I think this was the HQ. Hey, it's you. I bet you don't remember me, but I sure remember you. Oh, they took you, Clefairy. You just left the key, dude. I think this is the HQ. The big, ugly building. Hey, give me a key. I think I have to go to the other area first, right? You can join us when you're older. So you're saying early 30s is too young to join Team Galactic? This is why I'm not an evil Dusk Stone. I think that's supposed to help certain Pokemon evolve. I'm gonna check this way first. It's a battle! What do we have here? Trainer who lost their way? I didn't lose my way. Team Galactic, no? Oh yeah, now that's gonna swing back. Damn, almost beat it. I'm wearing the blanket. I always have a blanket on me for some reason. Almost always. What is wondering? User creates a desired area where Pokemon's defense and special attack. Dude, that would help me, but it could possibly help the other players. Or the opponents. Oh, that made me think about something. So I've been watching videos on YouTube as like Delicious James and like a bunch of his friends do like these weird, funny like Pokemon quizzes. And I even watched one like before stream. And it made me like think about like Pokemon like memes or like mashups. Like ones I was thinking about, it'd be, or they will have like a picture and you have to try to guess like what Pokemon it is, but the Pokemon is not in there, and instead it's like maybe like household things or like different things when you put the name together, like figure out like what's happening. That's like the name of the Pokemon. I was thinking about one and I was gonna actually even draw it out somehow. For Butterfree. Have like a stick of butter escaping jail, because then butter be free. Butterfree. Like I thought that made sense. And then I don't know if they've done this one or not, where you take like celebrity names and Pokemon names and combine them somehow. And there's a Pokemon. I'm gonna double check to make sure that there's a Pokemon. Yeah, so there's a Pokemon called Durant, which is a steel bug type from Generation 5. And I was thinking you could combine the name of Sabrina Carpenter and do Sabrina Carpenter-Ant, the Carpenter Ant. Like, I don't know, it made sense to me. Do like Sabrina Carpenter's head on Durant, and then just, that's what it would be, Sabrina Carpenter Ant. Those are the only two that I've thought about. And I thought those would be... I don't know if I want to do other ones, but those are the only two like in my head. I guess technically you could. I'm looking at Gyarados. I'm thinking like Gary Oldman and do Gyarados. Somehow combine Gary Oldman and Gyarados, maybe. I don't know if that would work. I don't know. Just saying that. Because I feel like I need to learn. There's what before, without counting Gen 10 starters, there's what 1,025 Pokemon. Not counting Gigantamax forms, the Mega Evolutions, or like Dynamax, or like those, or regional variants. I think if you count all of that into effect, then it would be technically like somewhere in the like 1,050, probably like 1,100 closer. And like I feel like I need to learn more like of a variety of Pokemon and not just the ones that I constantly use, like Ralts, and like Gyarados. And, like try to like learn their stats better outside, which I feel like I'm getting better at that by watching the PokeTubers like Nintendo, United Gamer, and like their group of friends. Which I started watching them last year, and I don't watch every single one of their videos, but I watch a lot of the Then We fights that they do, and I feel like that's how I got more of my competitive knowledge of Pokemon from, other than just learning it my like on my own, like watching them do it, play it in games. They're not that much younger than me, so like I think they're like roughly like in the early 30s. They do it for a living, which is it would be like a dream come true for me, like playing Pokemon or just games in general for a living. But I did tell my job, like, if I ever became famous on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, I would still work there because I like working with them. And yeah, it wouldn't be as often. But I would still, would still want to work there. I have like a little bit extra money. And one of them was like, "Oh, we'd have someone famous." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do it." Like, it would be nice to like not have to worry about bills and being able to like do what I want. Well, not do what I want. I feel like I already kind of do that. I like being able to do more focus and have more motivation on streaming and games and being able to like stay up to date with new games and that stuff, rather than worrying, am I going to be able to afford the new games when they come out, or am I going to be able to afford a new Pokemon ETB, which one of these days I want to the bunny because I'm gonna push that with to dance. When I move, that's one of the things, like when I move this to the back here, I can put like the Pokemon in the TV box and use them as display. But I do want to do, like, I have one ETB that I have yet to open. I want to get some more and like do a whole stream where I'm like open up Pokemon cards. Maybe like write down notes of like when I open up the good cards, so then I can make edits. For maybe start doing like TikTok uploads or something. Like I want to be able to have that time and the opportunity and the motivation. Well, not necessarily, but like the opportunity to being able to do all these edits and post on all these different sites. Because now it's just like I rarely like upload to Twitter. I use Instagram a lot of the times just for myself, even though it is also my streaming thing. Like TikTok, I hardly upload anything right now. Once in a while, I'll upload stuff for streams. It's like not that often anymore. all that fun stuff. I also kind of want to do like a Pokemon day where I'm just like chilling around in a Pokemon game, and it's like, hey, let's open a new pack, or maybe do based on like subscribers or something, and just like stock up on the cards. Which I think no, yeah, I did probably talk about this yesterday. Because I got 2 booster packs of the Chaos Rising release from Friday. And I was like, part of me really wanted to open it up on stream. I was like, I gotta open these up. And then I opened them up. I got some decent cards out of it. I think I only put 1 on my bookshelf, which if, at some point I probably will send out to get graded. I'm gonna wait to see what my other ones are graded at first. But it's like, without being graded, it's like a $30 card. With being graded, I think it's like 1,000 or like a couple hundred. It's still, even if it was a couple hundred, that's still really good. Thing is, I don't know if I want to get the card graded and sell it, or if I just want to keep it for myself. Like, it's in a card sleeve, so I know it's not gonna like be bad. Something to think about down the line. You're not supposed to attack yourself! As long as Jack does not hit himself. Why are you guys letting Jack hit himself? Because that's not a good thing to do. Well, Jack, I'm gonna hope you snap out of confusion. Thank you! Okay, now we heal Jack. Oh, we have to go back on the other rooms. Space will not become Team Galactic. It'll be whatever my team name is that I never decided on. Do I look like a kid to you? Some days I feel like I'm a kid. I just realized what I could do on Sunday. Because I have off Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesday, library. And then Sunday, I just stay at home and watch TV all day. Just, and maybe cut grass. Like cut grass. I feel like I need to make a list of stuff to do. So I haven't been using. There's an app that I've been using, or was using, called To-Do List, where it's literally like you make a to-do list and then was it keeping up to date on it, and then I just like slacking on it. Because you can like check mark the things as you do it and it disappears off your list. And you can do like whatever time, days ahead of whatever. I should make a list of things to do for next Sunday. Well, I'm doing my laundry Tuesday. I do my laundry and then set up the grill, like go back and forth. Why is there water? I hate to tell you guys, but you have a leak in your building. We invaded. I was gonna say Team Rocket, Team Galactic HQ. I feel like that could be the title of this episode for YouTube, so if it is, please comment that she did it. Like, you know, like in TV shows where you say the title of the show within the show, or like, it's like, they did the thing! It's one of my favorite fairy type move! Please tell me somebody can learn it. I don't think anybody can learn it. Sort by number. Yes, nobody can learn it. And I have 3 of them. Is this it? Not surprised, everybody can learn a water type move. Sammy had learned it, but then someplace with DMs. I think we still have to go down all the way and then go back around to the other building. Now we have the key. Honestly, I don't remember if it's this one or not. Where are they going? Now we have to go to the other building. We got the key. Let me heal up first, just to be safe. Would you like to rest your Pokemon? Yes, please. I don't know where that gas came. Your Pokemon full health. We hope we see you again. We hope your Pokemon get severely damaged and you have to come back here. That's what I hear. Oh, I think we're supposed to go over there. Yeah, because this is how we get out. So, first... Who decided on these haircuts for Team Galactic? I could have had a double battle. Damn it. That's okay. I like double battles. But when it cuts to like 1v5 in like Arceus or in Sun and Moon, then it's bad. Although that's when I feel like you need to have moves that hit multiple targets at once, like Dazzling Gleam, I believe, does that. Brutal Swing. I think Bubble Beam. Stealth Rex does the entire opposite field. Surf. Earthquake. Spikes. Both toxic and regular. Razor Leaf. I don't know, I can't name any other moves that attack multiple opponents at once. Double edge, no, because that also damages us. I can hear my neighbors. Well, not my neighbors, but they're like renting the Airbnb next to me. I can hear them over the game. I don't know if they rented both houses. I'm assuming they probably did. It is Memorial Weekend, so I think they just did it for Memorial Day weekend. And Bullion just like, let's get this over with. How dare the Golbat avoid my attacks? That is not allowed. No, I'm gonna keep my Pokemon out. I think I used up all my like talking and stuff in this first part of the stream. It will be the first part, the last part for YouTube. Yay! We defeated Galactic. Okay. Make it save multiple times so I don't lose my progress. If I had... It just made me think about another like Pokemon like combination. You know, like SpongeBob, Captain or Mermaid Man always goes Eva. That you could do. I don't know how. Or like him going down the slide maybe and going Eva, because usually when you go down the slide you go wee, and then wee combined with evil is Weevil. Which, no, I'm combining that with Yu-Gi-Oh! Weavile. Because there is a Pokemon, a character in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's Weevil. Snapchat, I never agreed to. Let's see. Oh no, there's a Weavile Pokemon. Evolution of Sneasel. The Generation 4, Gen 4. So then you could literally go like, Weavile! For the Pokemon, instead of just evil and... It's somebody else on the side going Wee, and then Mermaman just going evil, and then it just happens to be Weavile. That's the Pokemon. Maybe funny. So do you have other Pokemon? Because then I can select stats. You do Jack. And use that. Sammy can use stats box. Then when the other Pokemon switch out, we get the thing. Beam. Let's go stump you. I'm gonna use Sword Stance. I think this might also be like the first time I'm actually using like stat changing moves and hazards. I don't think there's been any time where I've chosen to get rid of a move for a Sword Stance. Usually I'll get rid of Sword Stance for something else. So that's... I feel like I'm becoming a better Pokemon battler. In that way. And you can do Nana Curl Dunk. And Sword Stance does... If we could get a move that helps with special and regular attack, and just replace that with sword, put that in Sword Stance spot. You know what I mean? That'd be good for Sammy. Is knowing both special and physical moves. Not that bad. I mean, all the crackers. I'm going in the middle. This is, I feel like, the middle. I got an item. Elixir helps to store PB to a move. So gonna go with this one. Alright, then I'm going to the other one. Stairs! Save your progress. Well, that was just me folding this up. Okay. Now let's go back to Cyrus. Hello, Cyrus! Or not Cyrus. Yes, Cyrus. When are you supposed to choose? I mean, last time I checked, I'm not a child. Physically. Mentally, maybe. And physically, definitely not a child. If I can keep myself alive, I'm not a child. Once again, children do grow up faster depending on their like environment and stuff. So. I did a whole like nature versus nurture like thing for school. And I definitely believe in that whole nature versus nurture thing. And again, reading so many freedom and fandom books, it's like different. I like how the background is in this battle where you have to actually like, yeah. You know what they should do, and they probably, I don't know if they will, but I would want them to do it. Actually, they kind of already did, redoing, because they have redone every gen Pokemon at least once. They technically did X and Y for Legend ZA. And I think what after ZA is Unova? Like do like a Unova, I think Unova. Do like a Unova remake or do like a black and white remake for the Switch. And then do and then you know, oh, probably exclusive for the Switch 2. Switch 2 has only been out for like a year, right? I feel like it's only been out for a year because I remember hearing about the price tag. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. And then here I am playing off of it. It was released June 5th of last year, so it's almost a year old. It was launched at $449. I didn't realize the Switch 2 is not even just about a year old now. It took me, I'm trying to think like how long it took me like to get like the other systems when they came out. I know the 3DS had at least been out for, well no, actually let's go back to the OGDS. So the OGDS was like 2005. I think I got one from a friend. That was my first one. I don't remember, I still have it, but I think I upgraded to the DSi. I do not remember if it was when it came out or like within like a month or two. I know the 3DS, I waited at least a couple months because someone, I remember it was like my senior year of high school, so like 2012. Somebody had it and I didn't really like see like need to get one at 8. But then he let me play it for a little bit. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So then I used my money for my graduation party to get a 3DS. And I think whenever the 3DS XL came out, I think I did pre-order that one. So I do have a picture of the 3DS XL and the 3DS next to each other on my dad's car dashboard. And I put like, I just got an upgrade. Oh, hi, I just got the alert. Thanks for the follow. And I think for from the 3DS XL was the Switch. I remember getting my OG Switch in like 2018. But I don't remember how long it... Now I'm curious. I have to see like when that was actually out. Switch. Release date. March 3rd of 2017. So I didn't get my first Switch until like 2018. And that was just to play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But I got the Switch like 4 months before those games came out. Because I was like, screw it, I'm gonna buy it. And I remember being like low on money for like 2 weeks until I got my next paycheck. And then, oh, here's the other model. I never got the Switch Lite. But I did get the OLED. Not last year, but the year before, on the pure reason of wanting to do another Animal Crossing island. Oh, we got a Master Ball. Sorry, I get distracted by my own story, and I didn't realize we got the Master Ball. Wait, probably. Actually, I want to see if I can catch Palkia in a quick ball. No, I remember getting the OLED. It would have been 2024, so I could do it. New Animal Crossing Island, which I have not played in a while on either one of those, and I don't remember if I have. I don't think I have an Animal Crossing save on my Switch 2. I might. But then I got the Switch 2 last year. Actually, when did I can actually look up when I got that because I ordered it from Walmart. I did the combination order of the Mario Kart game because it was cheaper to do it that way versus the just by itself and then buying the game separately or doing like the Legends ZA bundle. Search Nintendo and see where it pops up. I got my Switch 2 in October, so a month before Legends ZA came out. I don't remember which game I used it at first. Probably used like whatever game I had. I think I was using like at the time specifically for Pokemon stuff. And here I am playing Pearl. And I don't think I can use my escape. And oh, that's also where I got my OLED. May 11th, 2024. What did I also get? Overcooked, but I didn't even play that. And I think for the most part, I've just been the only like Switch 2 exclusives technically that I have is Pokopia. And I do have the Switch 2 version for Legends ZA just because I was like, you know what, why not? Save the capture. Which lake? Well, any of the lakes, right? Well, I'm still saying here. Was I supposed to go back in there? Because I know he said save the captured Pokemon. Was I supposed to go in there and pay attention? I was talking too much and like not paying attention. I was gonna look it up. I'm like, nope, I have not looked it up. Anything on this game with the exception of like where to find a certain Pokemon, I'm not gonna look up how to play the game. To save the capture Pokemon. And it's still saying here. So I'm gonna guess we have to go back up there. Find our way back up. Cooperative Team Galactic. This experiment has gone too far. No, I'm just thinking if they did to like they technically have done Kalos again for Legend Z8, but if they did like Unova, like a Unova remake for that's what black and white, if they did that for the Switch, I don't know if I would want them to do these graphics because I am a fan of the chibi graphics. I know a lot of people didn't like that. I don't know if I would rather have these graphics, the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee graphics, which are, I feel like, pretty similar, or do like Legend ZA type graphics. I know I would definitely want Legend ZA customization options, because I can have the hair and eyes match the outfit. Like, I think my outfit on there last time I played went back to brown, like brown hair with blue highlights, and the outfit is blue and black. I did go through a little bit where it was like pink. It was like, I like when like you're not stuck to like an appearance of your character. You can choose however you want. So like, I love games where you can customize. Explains why I've been wanting to get back into Sims. Played like 5 minutes of it the other day because I had updated him on. I think I downloaded some more CC for that. So I have this whole like little like series. I did that, or I can't really call it a series. I did one thing of it, or 10 parts technically, where I just leave the Sims alone and watch them off themselves pretty much, and then see like who are the survivors. I did like I called it season 1. I'm still like working on making season 2. I never really finished making like the Sims for that, or any of the houses. Like I don't know. I do want to play it in June because I want to make a Pride build, which I'm tempted maybe tomorrow to do like a short stream where I like build a little house or something, because last year I did a rec center that was red, white, and blue theme for Memorial Day, and then I did another rec center in June where each room was a different like flag, pride flag, that's like available in the game, like color scheme wise. I think I did each bathroom a different flag. I did even the outside and like little like sections. Like I really love how that turned out. I even did if I remember, a basement. I think that ended up being green, gray, maybe purple. I remember gray being part of it, and I don't remember if I did each bathroom a different thing too. But I did it like randomizing. I think I did number a wheel on my phone and then just like went off of like whatever I had like on a wall in the game. But I kind of want to do a thing on here or on Sims, like do another like color theme build, because there are a bunch of things that I haven't used, like with new packs that came out that I haven't really done a build for. And it's gonna tell me I have to go to Moncard now. And I also kind of was thinking about doing builds in Sims based on Pokemon typings. I thought that could be interesting. I was thinking water because we're doing. Oh, actually, no, because kind of give me a sort of an idea. Every time we do like a mono-type challenge, well, maybe not every time. Do a build where each the build is like the colors are based off of whatever typing we used. So like blue for water. I'll probably do blue and white. I don't know about gray. There are a lot of Pokemon with green, water Pokemon with green and yellow, like Psyduck and Wishcash's like Whiskers. You could also do red technically for shiny Gyarados. If you're doing it that way, then gold for, or yellow for shiny Magikarp. You know, I just realized I don't think I ever went in this direction. We were up here last. And then I don't know for sure. I know I wanted to do like a actual like Cobblemon and a free like Cobblemon like server where you can actually like set up gyms and stuff and do an underwater gym and do like glass so you can see like the Pokemon and things around you and do like an actual like area or like arena, and my house could also be like in there somewhere. I thought that could be cool. We're not doing, I don't plan on doing that until at least after I finish this mono challenge. That would be just like water Pokemon. I could, however, do any type of Pokemon in there because I believe they have all 1,000+ Pokemon. Plus like different like variations. So that would be something interesting to do. Even though we do have a Cobblemon stream, or not stream, save file. This would be like a whole different thing. Because that one is like, I think pretty decently far. You're up. What you do? Raises defense. So basically sick. Yeah, must have not gone through this area. That's pretty good. Wait, is Carnet where we get? Palkia is probably gonna replace. Is probably gonna be joining the team named Bob and replace Scar. Yeah, because we already replaced. It's probably gonna be named Bobby because that's because legendaries don't have a gender. And I feel like Bobby can be like a girl or a guy name in it, mostly guy name. And it would add another dual water type to the team. What is Palkia's stats? Palkia B stat total. Pokemon B stat total for level 100 is 680. Yeah, let's see. I know this. It won't actually be its base stat. I want to see compared to you. The HP would suck. Attack would be better. Defense would be better. Special attack would be better. Special defense would be better. Speed would be worse. So speed and health would be worse. But everything else would be better. You could probably learn dragon type moves then. Not that we're gonna come across fairies that often. We can also do like use like the PP up stuff and base up the stats that we're weaker on. And have like berries or something that help us with those stats that we're weaker on. And it's only weak against dragon and fairies. No. Yeah, and then the fire, water, and seal does half damage. Or no. Fire and water do a quarter damage, seal does half damage. And Gen 4 Palkia has a base experience. BST, Shining, So in Pokemon Shining Pearl, you can catch Palkia, summon a Mark Parnan when it's born pillar. The battle catch during the main story before you take the 8th gym. Battle details, BST would be 680. Yeah, so essentially like what I saw, HP would be 90, attack 120, defense 100, special attack 150, defense 120, speed 100. Like, I don't know if Quick Claw is in this game because we could give Quick Claw and hope it like hits faster. But like all the like offensive and defensive stuff is better. Just the speed and the HP is not as good as Golduck. But I do want to keep dual types on the team so we have that coverage. But I do want to see if I can use the Quick Ball. Otherwise we can like slow the time and use the timer ball. I haven't done it this part. Every time I come across water, I'm gonna fish. No. I have to go there. I think I have to go up here. I think it's here, the next one up. Oh, okay, so it's the next one up, but there's an item. It's probably one of my favorite fairy types next to Rhodes, because Rhodes gained the fairy type when we got fairy. You definitely... They've been helping. Quick Balls helped me a lot in Scarlet. I went around catching Pokemon to like mystery trade or breed or something. Oh yeah. I feel like I need to do like a emote or something with Colonel Bones here, because Colonel Bones has been on my microphone since I got it from a former coworker for my old job. Before I left, it was like a going away present. And he's been just sitting here most of the time. After I booted him from my pencil thing. Because then technically he can keep an eye on chat, like if I... Or like viewers, if I walk away, like take a bathroom break or something, he can still like... view... like make sure you guys behave. Oh, bat! Real? What? Bat evil in here? And that matters, it's not a water type. Because really, technically we could have Arceus on the team and give it the water plate, and then it's a water type. Because whatever plate it holds, that's the type it becomes. I'd rather have that on the team than Palkia. I'm gonna keep going up. Oh, we have to go back in. We have to surf and go somewhere else to get to the top. I think I am going to... Yeah, no, I was gonna do a repel, but in case we get a on the odd chance we get a shiny. Because I will make an exception for the team if we get a shiny or certain ice types. I'm gonna go down there for that item. Next elixir, I think that does all PP for him. Maybe for a move though. Which I really don't even use those half the time until I get to the Elite Four. You know what? I'm trying to like stick to like when I'm talking, just follow my train of thought. The outfit that I have for the character and here I kind of want, or at least the hoodie. But with Eevee on it. Not that I need more Eevee clothes, I already have 2 shirts with all the evolutions on them. I'm guessing we have to surf. Maybe I should do a repel. I might do a repel. I don't need to have to go back. Bye. I'm doing a repel. That's not that big. I'm gonna do super repel. I think it mainly works with like Pokemon that are lower level than you. So that'll... Another item. This isn't thing. Am I gonna get lost here? Am I going this way? I think. Oh. Rare candy helps level up. I feel like I missed a spot. Maybe not. Can't get up. I mean, technically I didn't go up from the Eternus. I have to go up from down here. Escape route. And then I'll fly down to Hearthome, go and buy some repels, and then come back up. Sounds like fun. I like in here, at least this one, you don't have to have an HM slave, because that... I mean, I still have surf on somebody, but at least I don't have to have all of the HMs present. I'm just gonna buy maxing out to 10. And I'm not gonna worry about regular repels. And then I have these. Now let's trade different maps. We could go down here and then up, right? I don't know why I'm pressing the run button when you automatically run when you're using the joystick. This is no corner, right? Now I use super repel. I feel like this is the part that I always struggled with. That was... You have to be careful with that, because if you go too far, you're gonna automatically jump down. I remember that. I feel like that spare rock is hiding a secret. Yeah, that's right. Usually, like, the random rocks like that are hiding a secret. What? No. I feel like we're a little loot goblin. We always keep finding this stuff. And a Pokemon. I feel like we just, in Legends Arceus, we just got to like the area where those are most commonly found. I need to buy more quick balls after this. So I want to see if I can use a quick ball on Palkia. That would be so awesome if we get caught in a quick ball. And I could see a dog. Master Ball for a shiny, if we ever find a shiny in this one. I did, however, find a shiny in, so far, one shiny in Scarlet. And between Scarlet and Violet, that's how many times I've played them. I've only ever found 2 shinies. Both is the same Pokemon in 2 different copies. With Lechonk. So I would see the little like pink pig. I'm like, oh, shiny! He wants to learn Rain Dance, but we already have one person learning Rain Dance. We don't need 2. And only one of them is on the team. For the shiny Lechonk. But Scarlet and Violet is kind of hard to find the shinies, because you have to know what the color looks like, because you don't hear the shiny sound like in ZA or Arceus. And that kind of sucks. Hello. 3 grants have been assigned 2 noble javelins. Ensure success of our operation, and 2 to already destroy anyone who dares leave the team. Okay. But I win. I was hoping I had like, I mean, I do it, just not this. Have like an orange or blue drink. Only like, because that way it fits with the water theme. And the only blue drink I have in my house, this is like lemonade refresher K-Cup. Mix it with regular lemonade. It's supposed to be like a berry. Actually, I'm pretty sure it comes out blue. Could come out. I think. Actually, I don't. I think it comes out blue. I have a strawberry one that comes out looking pink. I don't normally pay attention to what color it comes out because I use it in my actual like coffee cups. And like where I have like the lid on top and everything. So I just thought, I wonder what that would taste like mixed with milk. Probably not good. Probably not good at all. Dude, if we find a shiny on here, I don't care. I'm probably using the Master Ball on it. If we don't use it for Pokemon. This would be my first one. Like I remember getting my first like shiny outside of Pokemon Go. It was in Let's Go Eevee, like when I was playing, like before I started streaming. It was like, what, that came out 2018. I think I maybe caught it 2018 or 2019. I could probably go back and look, but I remember very specifically like knowing about the catch combos, and I was going for shiny Psyduck because shiny is Psyduck, yeah, is blue. And I wanted to go for Pokemon that were obvious in the overworld that you could tell like that they were shiny. Very specifically remember, it was like a 300 plus catch combo of Psyducks over a week about a week IRL time before I caught that shiny. I was like, ah! And then I tried to do another shiny hunt, but I did Ponyta. 1 hour IRL, and I don't remember the catch combo, but I remember like this took me an hour while Psyduck took me a week. And this is between like work too, or the job I had at the time, my farmer job. So like I was like, ah. And then, you know, comes along Legend ZA, where it's like too damn easy to catch shiny especially after the shiny charm. You just do going up and down the stairs in area 3 or sector 3, and then or the wild zone 3, and then you're guaranteed usually like a shiny Leo. I try to do that so I can get a shiny or a shiny alpha Pikachu that I can use to get a shiny use that for a thing. Why am I blinking? Like having a new like team of Pokemon that can Mega. Pretty sure I have to go over here. Graveler. Okay, I'm using another thing. And I caught like I said, like one shiny technically too in Scarlet. Both the same Pokemon. It's very easy to tell a shiny Lechonk and normal Lechonks. And I've caught in all the gameplays I've done with Arceus, I think I've caught 3 shinies. First, I don't know how to do. No waterfall. Wait a minute. I'm Googling this part. I don't care. Shining. Oops. I cannot spell right. Pearl water. It would help if I put space between the words. No, oh no, that's the last gem. So I don't need to do that yet. It's somewhere up here then, right? Or do I have to go like around up here? You can't use waterfall until after we beat the next gym. before I forget, assuming you will still be following after stream, I can put your name up on the board for new followers. Because I usually wait till the end of the stream to see if it was just like a momentary like follow and then like unfollow. Because people do that sometimes and it sucks, but what can you do? So I'm gonna wait till after stream and put your name up on the board. Oh, next month. Okay, so I've been doing like the board ever since like last February, and I've been changing like every month to do new followers. And since August, well, I used to have like this one over here for subscribers, but now they're on this board, the big board, and the smaller one has like the sub goals for myself, or sub goals and follower goals for myself to remember, outside of like the actual like sheet I have. Oh, and by sheet I mean a Google Docs that is all messy. And so I've been doing like on the follower board, or not the follower / subscriber board. I do like the name of the month, in the color, a color that like represents that month. So like January, I think I usually do blue because January is like my birth month, so I'll try to do like my favorite colors. February be pink. October is usually like orange. You know, like July. When it gets to like July and June, I do like tend to do like multiple colors. For June, I try to do rainbow stuff because it's Pride Month, and I like the rainbow. And then I think right now I have flowers. I think last month was like Easter eggs. Like for April. July will be, I can't really do white because the board itself is white, so I'll do like red and blue maybe. And then I don't know what I'll do for August, maybe like a brown. And I try not to do like the same color 2 months in a row, maybe like every other. Because I also write on the bottom like how many new followers I had like that month, so I can keep track that way too. And then I used to do like, not used to, I did one thing where like every person had like a different like icon, like Easter egg or something like next to their name. But now I just do like a same, like a little like dot or whatever, a little dash to recognize, hey, it's a separate person. Also depends on how ambitious I feel when I do that. Oh, which reminds me, I need to figure out, find out, right? No, we're going up. And the last, the last stream of the month I have planned is Friday. Oh, so Sunday I do have off on the last day of the month, so I think I was gonna keep that as like a stay-at-home relaxing day. I mean, I might also stream on Saturday. I'm not sure yet. I also might, I don't know. So, because I usually do like 2 to 4 streams a week, or 3 to 4 streams a week, depending on work hours and like what games I want to stream. I think this week I have 3. I think last week I did 4. Usually it's like alternating 3, 4, 3, 4. Like this week is 3. Last week I think I had 4. Like, I mean, there is still like I said, a tiny chance I might stream tomorrow, but probably won't. Like, so I used to like every week do like a post or like a story about like what my stream schedule would be that week. Then I stopped doing that because I didn't always stick to it, and now I just put my schedule up on the Twitch. Sorry, I was wondering if the words that we picked up on mic. Wait, I wonder. Wait, I just wanted. Hey birds, don't be shy. There we go. I just put it on like I think I have like a rough estimate for like the month or for June of like what my schedule will look like or what I want it to be. But it does change depending on what I get scheduled at work. Like, I wasn't gonna stream today, like originally. Or, because today's stream originally was gonna be tomorrow, but I worked till 4 in the afternoon, and when I work that long, or to that time, I try not to stream, because then I feel like I'm always, like, tired. And I prefer to do it, like, earlier in the day, if I can. For... unless I'm doing like specifically like a late night stream, I try to stay like at least started during the day. Okay, now I don't know if I need to go in the cave or up. So I'm going up. And supposed to go this way? And I'm kind of distracted from my own talking. Yep, okay, right way. And so yeah, and because working tomorrow, I got the weed whacker I want to use tomorrow, or lawnmower weed whacker, depending on what head you put on it. Mow my lawn tomorrow. Tuesday, I know I'm not streaming because after work I'm going to be grilling out because I want to do that tomorrow. But again, work, and I want to make some really like fancy cheeseburgers and burgers for myself. I probably won't like eat, well, not tomorrow, but like Tuesday, like eat that much at work so I can be hungry for my own burgers. And also doing my laundry. Wednesday, I feel like it's gonna be like a chill, like going on a walk to the library, just like chill with my laptop day. If I don't do that, I probably will do like a surprise stream. Don't know which game it'll be yet. If I do, maybe Wreckpoint, because I'm addicted to that game. Or I don't know, something else. But Thursday, I know for whatever ends up being the last stream of the month, I try to do. I skipped it last week because last month because I had no motivation to stream, like no like social battery for it. But I always try to do like game demos in the last stream of the month, because if I like playing the game and people like watching that game, it's like, okay, maybe I'll get the full copy of the game if it's available, or at least put the full like the notification like on my wish list, so then I can always do that like in the future. Like Wreckpoint, we did play the demo at some point, like the original demo. And I know there's been like some games where I've played the demo on stream and I ended up liking it to the point where I bought the full copy and not necessarily played it on stream, but like played it probably for myself. And that's like something I want to like try to do. I also want to try to at least once a month do anomaly games. I don't remember if I did one this month. I feel like I did in May, April 1st. I don't think I did any anomaly games this month. Maybe if I stream on Wednesday, we'll do anomaly games. If. I don't know if I also could do like every other month for those. I'm not, because at this point there's like two anomaly games that I've played on stream that I haven't beaten. Observation Duty, which I played for 3 hours on April 1st and never beat it because the stupid baby in the bathroom kept killing me. And Hospital 666, which is a game that I was bought for me as a gift, and I was playing it on easy. And I still have to finish that. And then I also have, I think, Study 666, which is also a game. Or whatever it was called. That I haven't played yet, so obviously I haven't beaten it on stream. I do want to get Captured 2. I also want to beat Captured 1 on like hard mode. And I tried playing that on hard mode and then it glitched out and like cut the game, like made the game crash. So I don't know if I was doing good or bad. But that game creeps out of me. And I also wanted, there's some other Anomaly games that I've wanted to redo. So those Anomaly games usually are like, they don't go up on YouTube. Usually like Twitch only stuff. Although I might start uploading more than just the Pokemon content up onto YouTube. I feel like more people watch the Twitch ones and I'm okay with that. That's where I do most of my focus on emotes and stuff. Which reminds me, I do need to get a new alert thing for refunds. Which I usually just go to Etsy for this stuff. Because all like the emotes that I have are on here, I've gotten off of Etsy. Because you can look like specifically like for what you want. And I haven't made any myself. I've tried, but I didn't like how they turned out. So then I just go to Etsy. And if I can get a program on my tablet where I can get rid of the background, like make it like a see-through background, because you need that for the emotes, then I can make my own. Like I did for the thumbnails for the Pokemon videos. But the bad thing is whenever I go on Etsy, I find a lot of stuff I like. Like I already found like 2 things I wanted. I was just going through it like a little bit. Okay, this one is a little cute. It's a little frog on a finger. It's an animated one and it's just like going back and forth. It is so cute. But I want to try to keep my like emotes somewhat on theme with like Pokemon if I can. So I know my raid alert is a Sprigatito. And I have a lot of like, I feel like, or more towards like evolution specifically if I can. And I also, there's like so many different like, I also want to try to keep like the blue and purple theme because those are 2 of my favorite colors. Like maybe next month I'll get, I don't know if I could also save them as maybe we're playing this way. Doing use the new emote stuff as like goal rewards or like sub goals or something. Like, so I did have like a bunch of sub goals actually like planned out, but then I'm changing it to be a combination of follower goals and sub goals specifically to Twitch and not YouTube stuff. No, I just realized I kind of split this into 2 YouTube videos for this part because we broke into Galactic HQ. And now we are getting Palkia. I was gonna say Deoxys. That would be this gen, right? Deoxys. Gen 4. Is Deoxys a Gen 4 or Gen 5? I feel like it's a Gen 4. Oh, it's a Gen 3. Shows you how long it's been since I played. I feel like that's another remake they should do. I mean, they did technically do a remake of Ruby and Sapphire for the 3DS. But I feel like all of those games need a Switch version. Just because then it'd be easier for me to stream those games. I don't have like a connector for my DS systems because you need like I think you need a separate capture card for them. And my capture card I use for my Switch and my PlayStation. And my 64. I have a separate like HDMI hookup for that. Which I also have not played that in a minute on stream. Wait, Mother's Day is this month. We do have a bunch of games for the 64. We haven't played Miss Pac-Man in a minute. We were doing a thing for that. Did the Mario Party games for that, but I've never been able to win the Mario Party 64 games on stream. Because I have to go into Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap, which I would rather play the OG Pokemon Snap on the actual 64, and same with Pokemon Puzzle League versus the emulator version because I don't know, it's just less laggy, I think. Do I have some? Not here. Like, so many things we can. I also have not tested this capture card with my 64. So I needed an Elgato capture card specifically to use for the Switch 2 because my old one was not good enough, I guess, for the Switch 2. Because it had like updated graphics and stuff and the graphics card or something. And what the old one could not handle the Switch 2, so like I have to get a new one if I want to stream ZA. And stream off my Switch and Switch 2. Heck of it, I'm just gonna do another sword up my attack again. I do have to watch. I mean, I don't necessarily have to watch the time, but I also want to just kind of like sit and relax and watch some YouTube before I have to sleep. And get up, not really early. Get up. I should have time to make breakfast before the Memorial Day parade. And then after that, I'm basically going straight to work. Well, maybe not straight to work. I'll still have like a half an hour before I would have to leave for work. Well, not even have to. I always get to work like an hour early. So I have the life. Oh, Brian will do extra damage. And it's stab. We'll have stab plus the extra damage because our health is below half. Then we would have had stab plus swords. Yeah. I'm not a little kid. I'm just a big kid. You know how the commercial goes, I'm a big kid now. Maybe max. I'm not. One thing. So yeah, I could probably use some of these maybe on Palkia and help his health. No, that's not the health. Like, so he needs to output what? Health and speed. Otherwise, he's pretty decent. for a chain and pry open portal to another dimension. Man, that you unleash your powers for Palkia mythical. Come on, a master of space and dimensions. And we're gonna use Palkia to go to space and bring good water to Mars that won't turn us into monsters like it did in Doctor Who. Oh, I wanna watch Doctor Who. Oh, I miss that being on Max. I also miss Supernatural being on Netflix. You know what I'm thinking about when the OG Diamond and Pearl came out? Honestly, don't remember why I chose Pearl over Diamond. Well, maybe I might have liked pink more than blue at the time, and Palkia was pink. Or I liked the space and stuff more than like the time aspect for Dalgia. Mythical Pokemon created to know. Pretty sure that's Arceus. World cannot be molded. It's far easier to create an entirely new world than change this one. New world, which I am the ruler of all things. I should become a deity. You know what? In the word deity, it says. Actually, no, it doesn't. And I'm pretty sure, isn't it supposed to be like D-I-E? Because like I before E except after C. Like spelling thing. Can we double back from them? Essentially made you look bad more times than my character, and I'll be next. You might be tough, but this time the gloves are coming off. You're not even wearing gloves. Don't you start the party without me? I named him Light because of Light from Death Note. I've thought about it like within like the first couple, I was gonna say couple parts, this is part 4 for Twitch, but maybe I think it's like part 8 or higher for YouTube. Oh, that's dry. But for like when I was naming the characters, I was thinking about trying to do like theme names, and I was originally with the team I was gonna do TV and movie characters. So I went with Jack for Piplup or Napoleon for like Jack Frost, and then we caught Bidoof, and I was like, oh, I'll name it Sammy after Sam and Supernatural. And I was like, wait, Jack and Sam are also both just characters in Supernatural. So then we just went with the Supernatural character thing for the names. And it made me think, when I do other mono-type challenges, do the team names based off like a TV show or movie, like out of like the characters. That'd be kind of cool, I think. Not necessarily like a combination of all movies and TVs. Just like stick to like one TV show or one like specific movie, or like movie collection. Like I could do like MCU movies and then have like a whole team based on MCU characters. I could have like multiple teams based on MCU characters, because I could just stupid and do like a ghost team and do name it all after characters who have died in movies. So I could do Tony Stark. I could do, technically Coulson died in the first Avengers, although he came back for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I could do Natasha. I could do characters just from Marvel for that too, because like Loki, Peggy. Steve has yet to die, even though he is technically Loki. Like, you know, I could do Vision. I could do Vision. Like, those are different things I could do. I also would feel like I need to make sure there are guys and girls in whatever show or movie that I choose to name the characters after. Because I want to try to keep the Charlie for our Gyarados. is our only female Pokemon on the team, and Charlie in Supernatural is a female. Died way too. Okay. That could be another one. Like if I did Supernatural characters who died, that could do Charlie. Like, essentially, like any character in Supernatural if you come up to the series, if you count including the series finale. I could, and Sam and Dean obviously died many times. I could still do Bobby, Charlie, Chuck technically. Amara didn't die. I don't think. I could do Marina. I could do Crowley. Ooh, we could name the Palkia Crowley instead of Bobby. That'd be kind of cool. Or Castiel. Or do we have a Castiel? I don't think we have a Castiel. I feel like that would be better, naming it Castiel. Because Castiel is an angel. And angels are... I mean, if you ask Dean, most angels are decks, but... it's still... a good... I don't know, like... I feel like now it's gonna either be between, unless we have Castiel and I just have not been paying attention to my own team. So we have Jack, Dean, Sam, Charlie, Garth, and Adam. Because everybody forgets about Adam Winchester until like the last like couple seasons of Supernatural when he's out of the gates of hell, or yeah, out of the hell after way too long. Which makes me wonder with how Supernatural ended. Now I'm going on top of Supernatural. If Adam is still out there with Michael possessing his body, or if, because I've only seen fully up to the end of season 12, but I've seen like clips or like endings of episodes when I would want to switch over to watch like Vampire Diaries or Legacies or whatever was on like after Supernatural. So I would get like occasionally like the last like 5 minutes of Supernatural, like other episodes. And I remember Michael was in Adam's body the last time I watched it. Well, not the last time I watched it, but the last time like I had cable and stuff. Not even the last time I saw cable, because I saw the series finale on TV. I cried. But also, so yeah, I only watched up to like the end of season 12. I saw the Scooby-Doo crossover season 13. It's a Scooby-Doo! And then... I watched the 300th episode in season 14. And then watched the series finale episode in season 15. So I was like, I need to see how it ends. I don't care if I'm behind. I just need to see this. I cried. Honestly, I've cried harder on TV or movies and TV shows for that, or even after that. Because I watched Coco on Friday for the first time, and I blubbered like a baby. Like to the point where I was like, like when I was crying, like it was bad. I think I talked about that. Like, oh, so bad. When I feel like emotionally invested in characters, whether it's TV shows or movies, and like they go through a tough time, or like the storyline relates to something IRL for me, then I will cry. Like, I was invested in Supernatural, so I cried with the finale, especially with how they played Carry On, My Wayward Son at the end. And even though I haven't watched everything for Vampire Diaries, there is one episode specifically, or one plotline specifically in season 6, when Caroline's mom died of cancer. My mom, and my dad was still alive at the time, but he has since then passed with cancer. So, like, that plotline got me, like, I have not rewatched season 6 since then, or season 5, or 4. Actually, no, I think I've rewatched it. But I also have not watched season 7 or 8. And I'm also like was really like invested in like House for the originals. Or even and he was in Vampire Diaries, like I was invested in him. Like when he would cry, because like he was sad and like holding it back, I would want to give him a hug or I would cry with him. So like it's my favorite. Or like the MCU, Iron Man was my favorite. I mean, still is, but I cried so much in Endgame when he died. In theaters, by the way. Like, I saw it, like, the weekend it came out. Because I didn't... Even though I spoiled myself on Wikipedia, I didn't want to wait and get even more spoiled. I was like, I have to watch this. And... yeah, he's healing us. And, like, I cried so much. Like, I feel like also in movies, like, theaters, I will cry. I think pretty glad I didn't watch Coco in theaters, although it would have been different because at the time that was released, my dad was still around, and my stepmom was still around. So I think that was what 2017. Because I also watched Encanto. I slightly cried at that, but not like I did with Coco. Like trying to think. There's other movies that I've like watched in theaters that I've cried at. The last song. Because at the time, again, my dad was still around, stepmom was still around. My mom still had passed by then. And it's about a girl, Miley Cyrus's character, whose dad dies. And I have not watched that movie since then because of how much I cried. But like, if I get either emotionally invested in the characters or the storyline, blubber like a baby, depending on like on that. Like surprisingly enough, the first time I watched Titanic, didn't cry. And again, I was also making myself not cry. So, and that's a whole probably separate thing. Desperate. Wretched and crumbled away to nothing, but why? Pretty crew by your side. Never mind that. She'll be destroying the galaxy's gone. But I'm gonna completely crush you. Okay, go ahead and try, as long as I can save first. Okay, I can't save first, but I'll still beat you. You challenged by Team Galactic box. Control Dark Flame. Weak against the electric. We have not battled. I'm gonna risk it and switch out Sammy so I can hopefully set up a Stealth Rocks. Yeah, like I went from talking about like how I'm getting emotionally invested in characters to battle. Oh, I also get emotionally invested in games too, because I forget which Pokemon Mystery Dungeon it was. I want to say the first one for the DS maybe, or like one of them for the DS. I played through the end, and I cried with how it ended. Cause like our character gets sent back to like our normal like universe, and our friends are all sad that we're gone, and we eventually come back. But it's like I was crying. Like I don't normally cry on video games, but that one made me cry. That's okay, I have Azurill can set up rain. Oh, Azurill, Adam. And then we can have extra with Surf. Okay, this have a water type Pokemon. Rain needs please. And then when I originally did Violet for myself, because I had yet to do Scarlet for streaming. Like I said, Violet when it came out was before I started streaming. I cried at the end when Boss Chief like started like learning about what Arvin went through like with Maboschiff and finding out his parent, depending on the version, mom or dad. Mom for Violet, dad. Mom for Scarlet, dad for Violet. Like finding out like they were dead the whole time. they never actually like. It's sad. I could have also set up an aquarium. Oh, it's gonna make this rain stop. No, defog gets rid of hazards, right? Or is that like a new thing and not like a Gen 4 thing? Because we have the up power from the rain, and we have the stab. Well, we have stab from Playrough too. Playrough will probably be more because dark. Very good dark. So I'm remembering like I might have to rewatch it. I honestly might take notes on the video that I watched about explaining Pokemon type weaknesses and effectivenesses. Now I'm gonna use Playrough because I feel like we would. Oh no, it's gonna switch us out with somebody, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Poison flying, not dark. I'm gonna save the ring. You said you could hold. I'm like invested in this battle now. I didn't set up the rain again. I'm playing this with one hand so I can like fidget with this hand. Oh yeah, the steel typing. Why did we have to get rid of Thunderbolt for so long? Barrel. We have two fainted Pokemon. You might. Should I do Gyarados versus Gyarados? We do Gyarados versus Gyarados and see what happens. Because if I'm lucky, I could do a D-Dance and then bite. His stats could be different than mine, depending on how he was raised. Okay, so battle, I'm going to set up a D-Dance and then bite. This is also like one of like the first times I've really only used, like I've actually used D-Downs. Hey, you're copying my idea. I see that did a good job. I'm gonna use another D-Downs. He doesn't have Intimidate. Otherwise we would have got intimidated when we switched. That would have been the perfect opportunity to do another D-Downs. Waterfall is not very effective, but we do have the D-Downs up. And it would be stab. I'm just curious. I want to see if butterfly will be decent. Did a decent showing. I feel like Bite would be the best. And we don't have any electric uses. Poison. We have the resistance to poison with steel type. We do need to heal, but not that big of a deal. No, I don't think. Not that. We have stab with steel. Mine's more 65 size. Can you do it again? My former coworker, her oldest just turned 12. And she's having her second kid in like a month and a half. That's not really that big of a really an age difference that much, because my parents were 18 years apart. Born 18 years apart, passed away 18 years apart. And me and my oldest sister, or half sister through my mom's side, are 10 years apart, or like 10 years in like a couple months. I think that my dad and like his siblings, like the oldest one who's still around, is like 91 this year, maybe. My dad would have been 81, so there's about a 10-year difference there. I think there was like a bigger difference between my mom and her siblings. Well, maybe around the same, I think. I feel like back then it was more common to have like bigger age differences. That much about it. Even with like fan fiction characters, the characters in my stories, I don't think I have like that big of an age difference between siblings. I think the biggest age gap between siblings in any of my stories, regardless of fan fiction or like original stuff, is maybe, you know, I think about it. Most of the siblings I do are like twins. For fan fictions. Or there's like a 4 or 5 year difference. I will not give up. Oh, TNT. Oh, the ultimate. Okay. Oh, Lucas, you better heal my Pokemon or let me save. Okay. It's going a long thing. Ran into light. I should have called him the light, because it said I would have ran into the light. He said that you could get the job done. I think so too. You got the Pokemon stuff. Okay. Pokemon. Revive. I have plenty of these. Okay, so water dragon. Weak against fairy, electric, grass. We don't have electric, fire. Or we have fire, I don't know. We don't have electric or grass. We have fairy, but I don't want to kill it. Let's do this. Actually, I'm going to try a quick ball first. If that doesn't work, I'm using a master ball. I think I did that really good, actually. I gotta see if this works. Oh, that's a surprise. We're using that. I know it's gonna capture, but why am I nervous that it won't? Oh, Palkia! We're adding Palkia to the team, I don't care. It's another water type and it's dragon, and pressure makes the opponent use 2 PP instead of 1 when you're using a move. I think that's what it is. Dragon. Yes. Okay, so we were between naming it Castiel or Bobby. I kind of want to go with Castiel. I want to look at your summary first. Okay. Pressure, yep. So HP. Oh, damn! Your HP is good. It's better than I thought it would be. You're definitely a special attacker. For a minute, I thought Slash said Splash, but Aquamarine is good. We're gonna like give you something else. Add to the party. Get rid of Garth by Garth. Ah, we got Palkia. We have another water on our team, which is why I chose to do Pearl for the mon-type challenge, so we could put the legendary on our team. I gotta take a picture of the team so I could send it to my friend. Let me load team. No one has the right to take anyone's future. Tell it to every villain of every Pokemon game, with the exception of Team Yell. They were just yelling. I gotta send that to my friend, because I don't think he's watching. Although he did want to keep up his stream streak. Yay! Woo!